Local actor and poet Rodney Garza finds solutions to peace through his poetry and plays, hoping to reach out to his students and the audience that violence is not the key to solving problems.
One thing is kind of giving them an alternative way of seeing life. In a sense, showing them the importance of arts. Arts is, being involved in the arts is a very creative process. Like the programs that I work now, I wish those programs would have been around for me when I was younger. And so I try to instill in them a sense of value in the arts. It's not just a hobby, it's not something that you just kind of like do when you can. If you really have a plan, you can make a living at it. It can be something that can be fulfilling. It can also be something that can keep you out of trouble. You know, you're, I don't know, for lack of a better word, angry at a situation, and you take your anger out by breaking things or beating people up or something like that. It's very destructive. So I try to kind of be on the creative side of things. And so if I'm angry, I write it down and speak it out in a character or write it down in some kind of poetic lines that people can still relate to without me kind of bashing their face in. The teens that I work with like to see them kind of like all of a sudden click in a sense of, oh wow, that's kind of cool. I never really thought about it that way. So when I get that kind of reaction, it's like, oh, I'm doing my job. I feel like I'm really getting somewhere in my own life, not only necessarily with them, but I feel like I have a purpose.
Having been what he's been through and his experience has left Garza suggesting to students and others that nothing comes easily.
There is opportunities out there, and if there isn't, I've learned that you have to make them for yourself. Nobody's sitting around waiting to discover you. Or you go out there and you do what you can, you audition, and if you get it, great. If you don't, move on. But there's also a chance for you to create your own opportunities, and luckily for me, I've had that chance, and I took it.
Many would say that Garza paints this whole new level of understanding.
Rodney is a very colorful and very talented performer. His work generally centers around sort of a lot of not only issues that Chicanos go through, but also sort of just celebrating the Chicano culture as well. Rodney's commitment to nonviolence and to sort of spreading the word of peace, I think, is one of the messages that sort of transcends different cultures, but one that is definitely necessary when trying to reach youth within our community. Here in San Antonio, a lot of the work that he does with the Guadalupe Cultural Arts Center, working with teenagers who are trying to sort of make it through the tough parts of their life to become young leaders and to be able to make good choices for themselves, I think is really, really, really important.
Rodney Garza is an amazing individual. He's a very gifted poet. He's a passionate actor. Very encouraging and positive, and just what he has to say on his views on politics and culture, and being an actor and an activist. He's just a great individual to work with and to just as a friend.
Garza's message to anyone is clear. He continues to stand by what he believes in by doing what he knows best. This is Katherine Rodriguez reporting for Our Lady of the Lake University.